Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope everybody can hear me. Let's start over. Hope everybody can hear me. Greetings to all coming in and who will rewatch this video. I'm coming because I've been in my hermit mode, you should say. I've been here, I've been studying, I've taken a hiatus from TikTok. So I decided that I would take a hiatus from almost all apps for this week. And I did that. And I've been in my head. And now, with our full moon coming in on Tuesday, coming in Virgo with our Pisces, we are feeling big shifts, big changes, big energy, as should be. Because as we're coming into our spring equinox in the middle of March, we should be feeling big shifts, big pushes forward. And I'm really feeling that. So, right now, I'm going to just light our sage and set our tone for our healing reading sessions. I am not a fortune teller, okay? I really wouldn't even say that I'm a regular tarot reader. I read the energy that I feel within myself, which is also part of the collection since we are all connected. So I'm reading the energies as they come. And as my lunar ladies would say, I'm usually ahead of the ball game by a week. So this week, with me going into myself and also connecting with my community, that's what you're going to be feeling right now. You're going to be feeling a lot of pull towards connecting with your community, connecting with your spiritual self, and finding like minded others who will also want to connect with you. So if you haven't found that community or you're starting to build that community, this is a great time to do it. I'm just cleansing myself as I'm cleansing everybody else's aura. This is a great time to do that. Okay. So feel free to share if you want to. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification buttons, that bell, so that you can make sure that you are also being connected to me when I go live or when I post something. Like I said, I'm not here to try to sway anybody from their belief. That's not what I do. I'm here to really help people heal themselves at a point that they're in, or to at least try to find their healing point. So, with that being said, I would like for everybody to go ahead and take 3 deep inhalations. The first inhalation will be the love that you feel for yourself, and exhale that negativity. The second will be the love that you feel for your family, and exhale that negativity. And the third will be the love that you feel for the world, and exhale that negativity. Then I'll go into opening prayer. Thank you, Father God, Allah, Abba, Buddha, Teo, Goddess, whatever it is that you call your higher power. Give them thanks today for allowing us to be in this space, for allowing us to be of our sound mind, for allowing us to open our eyes, for our hearts to be open right now, God. Thank you for everything that you have given to us, for all the messages that will come in, and for all the healing that will be sent out to each individual that is willing to open their hearts and accept it. I give you thanks. I give you thanks for just giving me the courage every day to come and be a part of the world that you've put in front of us. I ask right now that you allow our ancestors, our archangels, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, our spirit animals to come into the building and surround us with their protective light. I ask also that you encompass us in your crystalline bubble and allow us to have the protection from outside forces that wish us harm, and also from ancestors that are here from past relations that do not serve our purpose at this time, and any other entities that are trying to disrupt our movement, disrupt our livelihood, disrupt our peace. I ask for us to be in protective positions right now. I ask also that you just allow me to be your mouthpiece, allow me to work for your good, allow me to be of sound mind during this reading, allow me to be protected from those that cause worry, strife, and anguish. Amen. Ashe. Namaste. So it is, and so it will be. Archangel Michael stands before us for our last layer of protection. Archangel Raphael stands to our left for our healing. Archangel Uriel stands behind us for our wisdom. And Archangel Hanael stands to our right for our feminine wise and power. Like I said, we have big energies going on right now in the universe, especially with especially with our Weaver's moon coming into play right now. We always say that we have five days. We have 2 days before the moon, the day of, and then 2 days after. So right now we have that wiggle room that we're starting to feel the hey, Miss Annie, we're starting to feel something going on. We're starting to feel a little bit of pressure. We're starting to have a little bit more anxiety. Some of us are starting to really make moves in our lives, and some of us are just kind of trying to sort things out. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm at this sorting out kind of thing. It's like I have so many things on my plate that I can just be like, okay, well, I can do it this way, or I can do it this way, or I can just stay still and in the middle. So a lot of things are happening right now in people's lives, and they're having that, what do I do now, or what do I do next, or what is my next move, because there's so many things, like I said, that are happening. Either we've gone through a loss and we're like bouncing back from that loss, or we've gone through a patch of things are really good, so now are they going to get better, or are they going to fall backwards again? And that kind of keeps you in that unstable feeling. So it kind of makes you feel like you just don't have any footing right now. So you could be on the upside of things, you could be on the downside of things, or you could be right in the middle where you need to be, and you're just wanting that extra breathe room, extra wiggle space, so that you kind of feel like you can move into your power, because you remember, you already have your power. You're already set where you need to be at. Everywhere that you're at is where you need to be at, because that's where you're needing to learn from. That's the point of your learning. That's the point of your evolution. Okay, so right now I'm going to look at decoding fears. These are my decoding fear cards. Okay, so we're going to just see what kind of fears are we looking at as a collective. What kind of fears are we looking at as a collective? Okay, that doesn't want to go back in, but it went back in. Let's see if it'll come back out, because it didn't flip. What kind of fears? Okay, we'll take that one. Okay, we'll take that one. Do we have another one? What fears? Ooh, okay, that threw out two. Let's take those four. I was looking for three, but we got four. Okay, so the first one is use your fears as a motivator. Okay? Use your fears as a motivator to implement change. Don't allow yourself to stay still because you're fearful of what's coming, because you don't know what's coming. Keep moving forward. Keep using that fear to move forward. And that is something that I had to learn a lot within the last couple of years. And then the next one says, you are spending too much time developing your ideas. It's good to be prepared, but long term planning can be counterproductive. Okay. Some of us just don't take the leap. Some of us want to plan, and want to have everything just exact. And that's not what God wants us to do. God wants us to believe in Him. He gives us the idea, and He wants us just to move with it. Because the more that we move with the idea that He has given us, the more that He can show up for us. Okay. We always want to know how. It's not the how that we need to know, it's the what. The how is up to God. He makes it happen. He just gives you the information so that you can start moving. Remember that. Start moving. The next one is keep your ideas simple. Again, don't spend too much time. Keep your ideas simple. Fear based decisions have a tendency to make things non compliant, right? More complicated than they need to be. Again, sticking to what God has given you. Just go with it. I was watching, and it's so funny that this comes out because I was watching The Chosen, and it is the story of Jesus and how he came about getting all his disciples and what happened during the time of him getting these disciples. And at one point, you had two disciples that wanted to be, it was Big John and I can't remember the other one's name, but I knew it was Big John. It was two of them that wanted to have everything planned out for Jesus, where he went, how long he stayed there, who he was staying with, what they were going to eat. They wanted to plan everything out. And when they went to Jesus with the plan, and Jesus was like, no, I had you doing a certain thing, and that's where I want you to do it at, just keep it simple. So that's what we need to do. Remember to keep it simple. And then this last one says, feedback brings awareness to your insecurities. Question them, reprogram them, and then step through them. Okay? Don't allow fear to hold you in the cycle of no movement. See them, question them, reprogram them, and step through them. Don't allow yourself to be stuck. Okay? We have a lot of things that we want to do, and sometimes we feel that one of my insecurities, I can tell you, one of my insecurities was I'm hearing from spirit, but am I going to lead people astray? Am I going to lead them from their true path? Am I going to lead them from their true calling? And that has always been a question in the back of my mind. And that was one of my insecurities that kept me from doing the YouTube and from putting my videos on Facebook and everything else. But then when I got into my TikTok and I really started using my cards and everything else, I started to build up that confidence. But even though God was like, you didn't need this to begin with, you didn't need the cards, you just needed to use your intuition, but you were so fearful of what people would say instead of listening to what I'm telling you, that you allowed yourself to be held in a holding pattern instead of being where I needed you to be at that time. So, like I said, right now, fear is feedback bringing awareness to your insecurities, and they're always going to come back. That's how the enemy comes in sometimes. He comes in through your insecurities, not sometimes, all the time. I just heard that correction. Not sometimes, all the time. It's through your insecurities. So, they want you to question your insecurities. Okay? They want you to question your insecurities and then reprogram them. Sorry, I'm getting asked a question. Okay. So let's see what we're talking about with the anxieties. So that was with your fear. Don't let your fear hold you back. Okay. Thank you, Miss Annie. I appreciate you. So this, ooh, G Louise. Okay, we're gonna shuffle those ones and see. Now we got a couple that don't want to go back in there. So this is what's keeping you in this anxiety standpoint for yourself. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, nothing is coming out, so I'm just gonna take these. Oh, okay. It says one thing that we always do, and we do. It says your emotions could create unnecessary challenges. Choose your battles wisely. And then the other one is expecting people to anticipate your needs will lead to disappointments. Okay. So your emotions could create unnecessary challenges. Choose your battles wisely. And I would have to put that up here with this one, using fear as a motivator to implement change. Okay? Because if you keep holding on to emotions that no longer serve you, okay, and that always keep you in that, you will never implement the change. You will never start moving forward to implement that. So we have to remember that we have to stop creating unnecessary battles. And that's what we do when we have anxiety and we're holding in all of these fears and we're holding in all of these wonders and we're holding in all of this depression and pressure and everything else that the world puts on us. Instead of just allowing ourselves to flow with what God wants us to do, we stay in that little circular pattern. Okay. And we anticipate other people's uh I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like that, but we do. We anticipate other people's thinking of us in a different light instead of just allowing them to see us how we are. And if they don't accept it, then be okay with it. We always want to change their mind. We always want to make them see our worth. We don't have to make them see Jack. We just have to be what we're supposed to be and allow ourselves to be that way. Okay? So, spending too much time developing your ideas, and that will go with anticipating your needs, will lead to disappointments. Okay? That's the way I feel. If you allow yourself to don't tell people what you need, but expect them to think for you, then that will harm you in a long run. Let's see what one of these cards is. Get the middle card from here. It says, you are hesitant to participate in social interactions due to shyness and feeling awkward around people. Well, I know Miss Annie, she just started her being a nail tech. She just started studying for being her nail tech. She stepped out of that box. She found out about herself and she's like, I'm not too old to do this. I can do this because this is something that I want to learn. This is something new for me to incorporate in my life, and that will bring some income into my household to take care of me and mine. She decided that she was going to jump out there and do it. Just like right now, here I am jumping out of the box and doing it. Okay, I have another girl who was gifted some jewelry. She started making jewelry. Okay, she was gifted that and she started making jewelry. I have another one who started making oh my gosh, all kinds of things. Look, I'm proud of my girls. I'm always going to talk about my girls. Okay. She started making things of her own. So she came out and started doing resins and she started making them. Okay. And she's like, putting them out on her website. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's me. That's me on there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's your girl. She put your girl on a coaster. Okay. But she's doing things like this so that she can also make an income from home. She does a lot from home. She bakes. She does, I think it's DoorDash. So she's making an income for herself. She's stepping out of her comfort zone and doing what she wants to do and being able to do it from the comforts of her own home. So don't let people make you feel awkward. Okay, you don't need to be accepted by everybody. You are unique. You are an individual. You're not supposed to be accepted by the world. You're supposed to be accepted by the people who are you're surrounding yourself with. Okay, the world doesn't need to accept you. They just need to know that you're here. Okay, they just need to know that you are here. Because believe me, they're watching. Okay, look, stop watching life from the sidelines. Step into uncertainty and create change. What? Stop watching life from the sidelines. Step into uncertainty and create change. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. And it goes right along with that. Fear is feedback, bringing awareness to your insecurities. Question them, reprogram them, and step through them. How? By not sitting on the sideline. It's not time for you to sit on the sideline. It is time for you to jump in head first. Okay? Jump in head first. You'll come out on your feet. I promise you that. Let's see another one. Stop limiting the world you experience and expand your boundaries into the unknown. I'm telling you, you can't beat this with a bat. Oh, she said Instacart and Uber. I thought it was DoorDash. No, my other girl, Mary. Mary does DoorDash. I'm sorry. So stop holding yourself back. I'm gonna put those ones back. Stop holding yourself back. There's no time for holding yourself back right now. Like I said, this energy that's coming in from this full moon, it's too big for you to not let go of things that do not serve you right now and to really go for your goals. Okay? Don't spend too much time planning. Just do it and put it out there. Do it and put it out there. It will fall into place. It will fall into where it needs to be. I promise you. The next one is decoding your self esteem. These are my blue ones. Let's see what the blue ones have to say. What do they want us to know about our self esteem? What do they want us to know about our self esteem? What does spirit want us to know about our self esteem? Do we have just one? She says, I'm doing delivery, fast food as well. ASAP app, Waiter. I heard of Waiter. My other girl was telling me about Favor too. And I know that the people who deliver my groceries from HEB, I guess they, oh, I was about to say, I guess they only want us to have one of those. But they deliver from there too. So Favor and Waiter are two different ones that I heard of since I've been here in Texas. Let's see what these two are. It says introversion is not a character flaw. An introvert's sense of self is simply not externally derived like most extroverts. Okay? So basically, it's telling you that it's okay to be an introvert. Just don't close yourself in. Okay? Don't stay in that smallness. Understand that. It's okay to have that feeling of wanting to be by yourself or not be around a lot of people, but don't make that your default or don't keep that as your default. Get out, do things, see new things, go new places, take chances. Okay? You have become self absorbed and have not yet recognized the consequences of your actions. I think that was referring to me when I said that I wanted to be in the house more and everything else. And then here I am, and I've become more, like they said, self absorbed. I've become more just really whatever is about me is about me. And that's what they're saying to the world right now. It's not time for you to be self-absorbed. It's time for you to get out there. It's time for you to get into the community. It's time for you to build your community. It's time for you to start really moving and getting into um, the way that you need to get in. Sorry. I keep getting little dingy dingies and they're like trying to remind me of stuff. So, like I was saying, the Virgo full moon, it's going to bring you this mix of energy, okay? Because you're going to have a lot of different um, I want to say different planets coming into play. And some planets are going to bump heads, just like with Chiron. Okay. Chiron, I know right there, that's your wounded warrior. And then you have Venus. Venus is your love. And then you have Jupiter that deals with your mind. And then you have Mercury that deals with your voice. So it's like everything being more compassionate. They want you just to be more compassionate with people. Don't be so short ended. And I think that's what happens when you become self-absorbed. Okay, you're short with people. You don't really take the time out to listen to other people or to really see their side and where they're coming from. It's just like you're really short fused with a lot of people. So they want you to really open up that barrier of communication. They don't want you to stay stuck in that motion of being short with people. Okay, they want you to really open your heart, open up your lines of communication, the way you think about things also. With Mercury, I mean Jupiter's mind. So they want you to really open up to the possibilities and not limit yourself to just what you want, how you think, how you move. Allow other people to have a little bit more say or a little bit more insight into your thoughts, into your creations, into your just into your life. Okay. You really need to. She says, I'm going to schedule. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have that on the calendar. I thought it was the 16th. You said it was the 15th? I think it was the 16th. I have it on my calendar as the 16th. So they really want you to just be more open to hearing other people and allowing others in, not always just thinking that you have to do everything by yourself. I know a lot of us are single parents, so it is that we're doing it by ourselves, but they want you to think more outside of the box and not so much thinking that you have to just do it all at one time by yourself. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of things coming into play. You have, there's a lot of things. Wow. You have Mercury, you have the trines coming in, you have so much things going on. The sun in itself is sending out a lot more energy than it usually does. So there's just a lot going on in the atmosphere that's going to have you feeling like you are a little bit out of control. But I'm telling you, once you start getting into your groups, once you start having people around you that are like-minded, that can give you a little bit more insight, have a little bit more sensitivity towards what you're going through. Okay, once you start building up those people around you, you will feel much better in your skin. Okay, I know that sometimes it's hard to even allow people in when um, I think both of you on here have special need children right now. So that's even a spot where, it's hard to allow people in because you don't want anybody to mistreat your children because your children aren't able to articulate themselves the way they need to or whatever have you. So it's like, and then you want to shield them from the world. You don't really want people in your bubble, but comes a time where you just can't do it by yourself. You know what I mean? You need that extra help. You need that extra legwork. And it is just going about finding those people. But remember, we attract. What we ask for, we attract. Also with our love life, what we ask for, we attract. Okay. So remember all the things that you shoot. Remember all the things um, that you liked and all the things that you disliked. And I like to keep a running tab. I do. That's just me. I like to keep a running tab of things, what I like and what I dislike. And everything that I like, I put it into another lump or another, not a lump, but another piece of paper that talks about how I want people to react towards those likes, if that makes sense. But that's just me. I go a little bit extra and outside the box. But that's the energy that I'm feeling right now. I'm really feeling that we just need to allow ourselves to be motivated by our fears and not allowing our emotions to make challenges that are unnecessary. Okay. And to stop hesitating in dealing with people in different social circles because we're trying to grow, we're trying to move past um, needing other people's acceptance, but at the same time, we're trying to move past being in this solitary um, state of mind. Okay. So I would ask you guys to spend a little bit time of a little bit, bleh, if I can speak right now, a little bit more time in meditation. If you haven't started implementing, more than 5 minutes, and then it doesn't always have to be in the morning. Sometimes I meditate in the afternoon because I just feel the sun. I like going outside. I like getting into nature. I know both of y'all said that y'all are doing outside activities, and that's a good quality thing. Maybe take like 5 minutes just sitting in your car and just allowing yourself just to be there. You know, like in the background, you hear the flute music that might be calling to you, or maybe drums might be calling to you. Remember to pick out your crystals. Make sure that you have one that you keep in your car. Me personally, I like to keep my golden healer's heart in my car because that just takes care of everything. But some people just don't have that one, so I would tell you maybe a piece of selenite or a piece of flower agate, even a piece of citrine underneath the passenger side to bring in prosperity no matter what. And then something green. Me, I'm a malachite kind of chick. I love malachite. So I always keep a piece of malachite with me wherever I go. So hopefully that helps a little bit. If not, I'm sorry. But this is just what God has for me today, right now. I just wanted to come in and share a little bit with you because of the energy. It was so big, I just couldn't keep it to myself. But right now, it's time to implement change. And it's really going to help those who help themselves right now during this time. Okay. Big, big, big transformational energy in this Virgo full moon. Okay, feel the energies now. Set your stones out on Tuesday. Make sure that you get them in that light so that they can charge up. And then I like putting them inside plastic bags so that they don't get wet because you don't want to get your selenite wet. So I like putting all my crystals inside my plastic bag, and then I put them outside. I let them charge up at night, and then that early morning I let them cleanse. By 8 o'clock, I'll bring them in because you don't want your I picked it up, but I just can't think of the name right now. Amethyst. You don't want to set your amethyst out in the sun too long because it will start to fade. Okay. So there are stones that will fade, and there are stones that if you get them wet, they will just start to disintegrate. So just be mindful. That's why I put them in a plastic bag and put them out. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you on the flip side. I'm Naomi's Light, and I'm out. It doesn't want me to leave y'all guys.